What's up, guys? This is Kavosky Irvin. Sorry, my voice is cracking. This is Kavosky Irvin, the host of the Humming Podcast. We're gonna restart that. Never mind. We're not gonna restart. We're gonna let the bloopers speak. I learned that one from Gary. I learned that from Gary, man. This is the host of the Humming Podcast. Thank you for tapping in. Bit about that. I'm not gonna tell y'all about what I did at work because that's just work, and it came. I mean, it was a beautiful day, but I'm not gonna tell y'all about that at this point. What I'm gonna tell y'all about is this next book, which is super powerful, written by Michael Moss, winner of the Pulitzer Prize. This book is called Salt, Sugar, Fats: How the Food Giants Hooked Us. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna read the description, and then I'm gonna kind of give y'all some focus in on some business sides of everything real quick. In the spring of 1999, the head of the world's largest processed food companies, from Coca-Cola to Nabisco, gathered at Pillsbury headquarters in Minneapolis for a secret meeting. On the agenda, the emerging epidemic of obesity and what to do about it. Increasingly, the salt, sugar, and fat-laden foods these companies produced were being linked to obesity, and a certain Kraft executive took the stage to issue a warning. There would be a day of reckoning unless changes were made. This executive then launched into a damning PowerPoint presentation, 114 slides in all, making that the case that processed food companies could not afford to sit by idle as children grew sick and class action lawyers lurked. To deny the problem, he said, it is court disaster. To deny the problem, he said, is to court disaster. Okay. Before we move too fast into the next part of this intro, that's powerful. We're going to go with that last sentence. To deny the problem, he said, is to court disaster. Okay. Denying the problem is courting disaster. What is courting? Listen, I know what courting is, but I'm going to go on Rhyme Zone real quick and pull up the definition so we can get an official description of that word, because that's good. Good girl. Come here. Definition would be a man's courting of a woman, seeking the affections of a woman, usually with the hope of marriage. Okay. So, if we're constantly denying the problem if they were constantly denying the problem that they were causing through their products, they would in turn be courting or seeking to you see, kind of seeking the affections of the terms of obesity. So I'm seeking to feed obesity, which is seeking to feed the problem, causing the problem, and seeking to feed the problem. It's like a gambler. You're gambling, but you're losing the money. If you're not, it's like a gambler who's not winning, like increasing his amount. He's giving all his money away, and then he may win it back, give it away, win it back, give it away, win it back. How is that the same? Well, if you don't seek to bring better results for your food, if your food is only causing a negative in this person, because a gambler would like to make more money so that they can go to better gambling places or go on trips or spend more time doing other stuff. You know, they want to use that money, go places, go to a basketball game, go to a big fight or something. But if you ain't getting no money, you're gonna get sad. Time's gonna pass. Blah blah blah. You get it. But if you, like in this case, if you are not, if you're not having products that are causing a moderate amount of health, like, as opposed to causing someone to become obese, if if you're having this product and it's doing that, that's terrible for you. So is to deny the problem in this case, pretend like you don't see it, to move on and say, oh, this is, we'll tolerate this. You're courting disaster, because disaster is just going to bring the people against the businesses, right? So increasingly, the salt, sugar, and fat-laden foods these companies produce were being linked to obesity, and a concerned Kraft executive took the stage to issue a warning. There would be a day of reckoning unless changes were made. He's speaking about disaster in there. One guy spoke about this in the spring of '99. They held this meeting, a secret meeting, and they wanted to figure out how they could fix it. Sorry about that. I'm yawning a little bit because it's late, and we're gonna fix that. Haha! I know how to fix the problems. They don't. So next paragraph. Here we go. Let's jump in. When he was done, the most powerful person in the room, the CEO of General Mills, stood up to speak, clearly annoyed. And by the time he sat down, the meeting was over. Wow. By the time he sat down, the meeting was over. Since that day, with the industry in pursuit of its win-at-all-cost strategy, the situation has only grown more dire. Every year, the average American eats 35 or 33 pounds of cheese, triple what we ate in 1970, and the 70 pounds of sugar, about 22 teaspoons a day. We ingest 8,500 milligrams of salt a day, double the recommended amount, and almost none of that comes from the shakers on our table. It comes from processed food. Wow. Okay. This is only the introduction of the book, y'all. So, I'm going to jump to the contents because it's so important here. We got, okay. So this book is divided into three parts. Of course, salt, sugar, fat, right? The first part is in the book, like as you read it, on page 3, we have sugar. Well, we're going to talk about sugar. Page 145, we're going to talk about fat. And then on 267, we're going to talk about salt. Some of the captions for the chapters are titled "Exploring the Biology of the Child." How do you get? Well, this is sugar. Exploring the biology of the child. How do you get people to crave convenience with a capital C? Is it cereal or candy? I want to see a lot of body bags. And then the last one is a burst of fruity aroma. For fat, we have that gooey, sticky mouthfeel. Liquid gold, lunchtime is all yours. The message the government conveys: no sugar, no fat, no sales. And then for salt, people love salt. The same great salty taste your customers crave. I feel so sorry for the public. And that's it for salt, which was part 3. Okay. Now that we have those ideas placed out, and my puppy, she over here acting crazy. She trying to do anything she can to get my attention. It's no wonder then that 1 in 3 adults and 1 in 5 kids is clinically obese. It's no wonder that 26 million Americans have diabetes. The processed food industry in the U.S. accounts for $1 trillion in a year in sales. And the total economic cost of this health crisis is approaching $300 billion a year. In Salt, Sugar, Fat, Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter Michael Moss shows how he got here. Okay? Moss takes us inside the labs where Food scientists use cutting edge technology to calculate the bliss point of sugary beverages or enhance the mouthfeel of fat by manipulating its chemical structure. So they manipulate the chemical structures. He unearths marketing campaigns designed in a technique adapted from tobacco companies to redirect concerns about health risks of their products. Dial back on one ingredient, pump up the other two, and tout the new line as fat free or low salt. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna see if I can't quickly find where they said it said Moss takes us inside the labs where food scientists use cutting edge technology to calculate the bliss point of sugary beverages or enhance the mouthfeel of fat by manipulating its chemical structure. I'm interested in how they were manipulating chemical structures there. So I'm gonna see if I can't jump into this book, okay, and find so we can read that real quick, just in case. So I'm gonna I'm gonna look up some stuff, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Huh. Um, Kim. I'm looking at the index right now. Structure, manipulating. What is it, girl? Manipulating structure. Manipulating. Uh, huh. Lab. I'm looking up every little what I can think of right now. Post division. 51, 54, 55. Let's see. Um, 54. Make all our products with low fat. Mouthful, the mouthfeel of fat by manipulating its chemical structure. So when I see him talking about mouthfeel, I'm gonna understand how to find that part. Manipulating mouthfeel. I'm gonna go back into the mouthfeel. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna find it, man. It's the problem. It's a problem. I gotta read through the book, man. I gotta get actually work through this one. I want to show y'all this so y'all can let me know if y'all want to read this too. I mean, it might sound good to you so far, so let me know. He talks about Frosted Flakes as well. He talks about their slogan. He talk about slogans. He says sugar frosted flakes are great, just like Tony the Tiger would say. I'm gonna go to the contents and see if it'll help me find in there. Um, it might be in chapter 2 on page 25, like somewhere in there. How do you get people to crave? That's not the same thing, bro. It's the salt that people that brings a taste to it. I don't know. I don't know, but oh well. I know. No sugar, no fat, no sales. 236. I was looking in the wrong area. I think chapter 11 begins with somebody named Ellen Wartilla. One of Kraft's mega hits, Lunchables, especially the version with pizza. In 2003, we got a call out of the blue from a senior executive from Kraft. He asked her if she would join a panel of health and marketing experts that the company was putting together for guidance on how to deal with obesity. Do you guys see how reading is freaking amazing? Look what I just found. I just jumped in this book. I'm working this out, and I just found the absolute perfect point to start the book study from. Page 236 is not a better point in this book to start the book club. If I were to study this book with you guys, it's not a better page to start on than page 236. No sugar, no fat, no sales, chapter 11, where this guy says, he says, hold up, where did he say? What did he say? He says, what did he say? Nah, for real, for real. In 2003, she got a call out of the blue from a senior executive from Kraft. He asked her if she wanted to join a panel of health and marketing experts that the company was putting together for guidance on how to deal with obesity. The panel sounded to Wartella like something the August Institute of Medicine might assemble to examine a health crisis. Or crisis. Kraft had recruited 2 medical doctors versed in diabetes and public health, a psychologist who studied behavior and obesity, and a food nutrition researcher who specialized in obesity and heart disease. 9 experts in all, with Ortella being asked to make it an even 10. See? That right there is going to be awesome. Let's see how long this is. The last paragraph of this chapter says, salt, sugar, and fat may have been the formula that carried Kraft to the apex of the processed food industry, the tobacco man said. But just as nicotine had turned on them, becoming a yoke that sunk their profits, so too would salt, sugar, and fat become Kraft's milestones, dragging the whole company down with them. That's the last paragraph. Let's go. We're on page 242 now. We'll read the first paragraph on the next portion, I'd say. In 1925, an advertisement began appearing in the newspaper and magazines across America. It depicted a slim woman with short hair standing on a diving board, clad in a one-piece bathing suit, looking pleased with herself. But next to her, in shadow, stood her future self, dowdy and obese. "This is you 5 years from now," read the caption. "When tempted to overindulge, reach for a Lucky instead." The ad for Lucky Strike cigarettes was made by American Tobacco, which was the first cigarette manufacturer to realize that obesity could be used as a marketing cudgel. I don't know how to say that word. But that's so crazy. That was a cigarette. Ad to promote cigs, but they were using obesity to debunk it, or they were using obesity to advance it. I said debunk, but advance the cigarette ad. You don't want to look like that. Pick up our cigarettes and you're gonna be looking good. Like what? What in the world? Okay, so that's 2:36. We getting that rolling. I'm in here right now chilling, making this podcast. My dog